Guys, it is time for a new update on the Bitcoin price. I can already tell you my Ethereum long that we had opened in my last video is wicked out. Yes, we saw a quick correction to the downside. It almost looked like a start of a panic selling actually. Also quite a lot of volume came in at that time. And I have to be honest, yes, this trade got wicked out. But as always with a profit, as you guys know, we are always making sure that we are closing our trades in a profit. And yeah, it's only $800, but it's $800 instead of a loss. So I will definitely take them. And I will let you know exactly when it's time to open a new trade. The only problem is, guys, we are not really seeing what I told you in my yesterday's video. As always, make sure to subscribe, activate the bell, leave a comment down below. I try to react to as many comments down below with a heart and also a thumbs up, and also answer your questions if I'm able to see your comment, besides all of these bot comments that are always sadly on the under crypto YouTube videos. But in general, guys, you already know what happened. We were not able to close as many 4-hourly candles as possible above the $94,400 level, and this is decreasing our likelihood dramatically that we will be able to also close, as you guys know, our weekly candle, what I told you yesterday, above the $95,200 level. So what we are seeing right now is definitely not all too bullish. And another factor that I also told you in my yesterday's video to keep an eye on is Ethereum. If this price move, this reversal was really full of power, I told it to you yesterday, we would need to see Ethereum and the altcoins also to break the horizontal resistance to the upside, because otherwise, as I told you yesterday, it might just be a manipulation move from the market makers to trap more long positions in the market before this correction sadly is going to continue. And Ethereum didn't even make it above the $3,330 level, which was, as I told you yesterday, the first warning sign for us to actually expect potentially more downside for Bitcoin. And now there's not much more you can keep an eye on, to be honest. You will just need to wait for this weekend to end. We will need to try to stay above the $94,400 level once again. We want to see that Ethereum till the end of this week actually grows back above its horizontal resistance, so we can have a bullish start into the next week. Otherwise, there is a very, very low likelihood that Bitcoin will be even able to go into the direction of the $100,000 level again next week, which is definitely needed, not only to break our 0.618 Fibonacci retracement, but also to have a break out of this potential falling wedge that is forming right now, which would be an amazing bullish continuation pattern for this current bull market. But as long as we cannot even confirm some sort of bullish momentum for the next week during this weekend on the smaller timeframes, it will be very, very hard for the bulls to keep up the momentum to actually be even able to close the weekly candle bullish and be even able to reach the $100,000 level again in the short term. If we are looking at the Bitcoin ETFs, yes, we had some negative outflows, but they were not all too bad. For sure, it would have been amazing if we would have seen on Friday, while the price is also recovering slightly, a positive inflow day for the spot ETFs. But at the end of the day, that didn't happen, right? We sadly had an outflow day, although the price was looking to stabilize. And in combination with the underperformance of the alts, we know that there's still a lot of insecurity currently in the markets, and we will need to hope that the bulls are able to fix this kind of uncertainty currently during this weekend. Otherwise, the next week won't be a bullish one for Bitcoin. In general, I don't want to scare you all too much. As you guys know, I'm still holding on to my entire HODL portfolio, so I'm not expecting that the $108,000 level was the absolute bull market top. And we can take a look at the MVRV score, for example, and also the net unrealized profit loss. And what we can see there already is that we are far from the normal peaks that signal us the bull market top. We need to also keep in mind that they are pretty much declining. So the MVRV score is also declining with the entire market size, which just comes from the fact that this indicator is taking a look at the circulating market value minus the realized market value, right? So the circulating market value also changes over time for Bitcoin. And with the swings getting smaller, we also need to expect that the MVRV Z-score will actually reach its bull market top indication at a lower level than in the past, right? So for now, I have to say, yes, there is some more upside on the score, and it was historically quite correct. So yes, on this indicator, we still have some upside for this current bull run. That's why I'm also not touching my HODL portfolio currently. Same goes for the net unrealized P&L, which just shows us, are the Bitcoin in general, just all Bitcoin, are they being held right now in a profit, or are they right now held in a loss, right? Which is very relevant. If the average market participant is in a loss, it is most of the time the bottom of the bear market. If everyone is in a very high profit, it's most of the time the top of the bull market, because then there's a big incentive to take profits, right? And most of the time then also the market is a little bit overheated, which then can be visible with the fear and greed index that we will talk about also in a second. So there's still a little bit of upside, but also you can see so far in the past, our tops are always getting a little bit smaller, especially with our last run, where the diminishing returns are really taking effect now, and we are seeing less and less X for each bull market in the total growth of Bitcoin, right, compared to the bull market, bear market bottom, which is absolutely normal for an asset class that gets bigger and bigger. The swings also get smaller and smaller. So to be honest, here also we have some more room to the upside, but not too much. For me personally, I will actually expect the bull market top in 2025. I only expect new all-time high prices if we can actually manage to turn this Q1 especially bullish for the rest of the year, which will be indicated by step-by-step small signs. It can start as small as us staying above the $94,400 level for this weekend. This could make a big difference, because if we are able to start the next week bullish, there's actually another chance to even break our 11-year resistance, right? Then we even get the chance to break our 11-year resistance to the upside. And as long as that did not happen, guys, we also don't need to expect Bitcoin to suddenly skyrocket to $200,000. I think this is in general a little bit unrealistic for this current bull market. I think even if we are able to break this here to the upside, we will still have our 11-year support that turned into resistance within our last bear market, right? And even that would then maybe at a maximum would bring us till the end of the year into the mid $100,000, right? $150,000, $160,000. This is definitely then the point where I expect the all-time high for Bitcoin to come in. I don't really expect prices of $300,000 in this bull cycle. Anyways, for now, the fear and greed index is not in absolute greed. We need to keep in mind, we can see it in the last run-up, that the market can stay in an absolute state of greed for a very long time. But also, looking at our current market, we have already been in a quite nice run-up. And this is just looking potentially like this area over here, where we can see a little bit of the greed decreasing. We see a little bit of more fear coming into the market even. And then we see a final reversal to the upside, where we then hit the absolute top also for our other scores. And the greed is so high that we then need to immediately expect our all-time high to come in. And as said, I could imagine this in the mid $100,000 range. But for now, I'm just keeping an eye on what I said in the beginning of the video, what I already told you also yesterday. And so far, as I said, we are not closing enough 4-hourly candles above this level that we can expect Bitcoin to close also its weekly candle above the $95,200, which will be needed for us to have a bullish start into the next week. Otherwise, we will need to expect a bearish start into the next week. And I will for sure position myself then with another scalp short position. I will probably scale this one here up again to benefit from a furthermore correction in the markets. But now, guys, make sure you subscribe, activate the bell, leave a thumbs up so you don't miss out on anything anymore. You can go to Levex, you can go to the search bar. If you have an account, you don't need to use my affiliate link. It doesn't matter. You can just go here to the search bar, search for CryptoMo, follow me there completely for free, and you will be able to follow my trades live at all times, as well as you will have access to my posts here. If you go to my posts, and not my posts, you go to exclusive content, you will see all of my posts here, and I'm always keeping you up to date on everything that I'm pretty much doing with my trades, when I'm taking profit, when I'm opening new trades, and so on. So yeah, make use of that. it's completely for free, and it's another way besides my videos to share updates from now and then on the current market situation, what I'm expecting and what I'm doing next. And for sure you can see where my stop loss is, if I'm if I'm scaling the trade up, scaling it down, or whatever. And yeah, other than that, we are going to see us in the next video, which will be tomorrow. And in this video, I will probably give you the final confirmation in what direction the next week will go for Bitcoin. So don't miss it. We're going to see us very soon. Bye bye.